What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders for Tuesday, August 11th. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all of our other content goes live. Devin Booker is on the outside looking in. If he plays today. He probably will, but who knows? The NBA is crazy now. Devin Booker is on the outside looking in. Who will be the top 10 plays for today? It's time to find out. Coming in at number 10, we've got Luka Doncic. He's actually my number 7 overall on FanDuel. 10,500 there, 10.8 on DK, but you get the guard forward eligibility. They're battling Portland. Portland's playing for everything. Luka coming off of a day's rest. Should be pretty fresh. Mavs still want to win. So I've got him in for 34 minutes, and you guys know what you're going to get out of Luka Doncic. I'd be happy to pay up for him in this spot. There's going to be plenty of value throughout the slate, so I see no reason to get away from Luka. He's been fine during the restart. 1.56 fantasy points per minute. That's right where you would expect him to be. He hits his GPP goal on FanDuel 23% of the time. If he's getting upwards of 59, 60 points, he's going to be a must-have on a slate like this. Now at number 9, we've got Eric Bledsoe. Minutes are starting to ramp up. Bucks sat Giannis yesterday for a tooth. Whatever happened there. I assume he's going to be back. I think the Milwaukee Bucks are trying to get themselves ready. Now, the fact that they're playing the Wizards is a little scary, so you want to pay close attention to news here. It wouldn't be shocking at all if the Bucks sat a bunch of starters today and ramped back up for their final game. But until then, I have to assume he's in. And if he is in, 5,700 on FanDuel, 5,500 on DK. It's really hard to pass that up. It's a guy that does a little bit of everything, a guy that can pick up a bunch of steals, particularly against a team that you would expect to cough it up kind of regularly. Washington is really short on actual NBA talent. I'm giving Bledsoe 29 minutes. He should be north of 20% in usage. I think this is a perfect guy in a balanced build or in a stars and scrubs build. Okay, coming in at number 8, the man that gave everyone a heart attack yesterday, Deandre Ayton. Ayton looked like a fantastic play for most of the day until the report came out that he had missed a COVID test and wasn't going to start for the Suns. Ultimately, ended up playing the game, but only 17 minutes. In this case, I expect him to get the full run. I'm giving him 34 minutes. He's my number 6 center, or number 6 overall on FanDuel. He's my number 4 overall on SuperDraft, and he gets a date with the Sixers without Joel Embiid. Now, if Horford does play, that's still another solid defensive center, but this is a great spot for Ayton. Any minutes that he can get against Kyle O'Quinn or Norvel Pell or Mike Scott or whoever they run out at center that isn't Al Horford is great, but anything that you get against not Joel Embiid is even better. This is a great spot for Ayton. 25% goal rate on FanDuel. You cannot beat it. Projected for 21 and 12. This dude is really coming along. They'll never not regret the passing up on Luka Doncic, but on a day like today, I'd rather have DeAndre Ayton than Luka Doncic. And if we're talking about guys from the Dallas Mavericks, I would rather have Kristaps Porzingis than Luka Doncic. Although these guys are obviously both top 10ers. Number 8 on FanDuel, number 9 on DK. You can safely avoid him on SuperDraft where he's not picking up a multiplier. Again, Porzingis picked up some rest yesterday. 34 minutes for this one. I got him at 20 and 10. Should be able to block some shots. Excited to see the matchup between him and Jusuf Nurkic. Any minutes he gets on the floor with Hassan Whiteside should go really well for him. 1.42 FanDuel points per minute so far during the restart. Kristaps is cooking. 8,500 as a power forward on FanDuel is massive. That allows you to get someone like Ayton at center and still go to Porzingis. He hits that GPP goal 23% of the time on FanDuel. 17% on DraftKings is still pretty solid. This is a great spot for Porzingis. I expect the game to be competitive. I expect it to be relatively up-tempo. And I think Porzingis is perfectly set up to smash this slate. Okay, coming in at number 6, if you're looking for a value play, Rodions Kurucs for the Brooklyn Nets. It appears that the Nets are going to be sitting all of the truly relevant players on their team Karis LeVert, Joe Harris, Jared Allen, which means Kurucs should see all the minutes he can handle, particularly at the 5 spot. I'm giving him 30 right now. He's 3,800 on FanDuel. You get power forward center eligibility on DK at 4,100. This is a really easy opportunity to spend down. He's like a 0.8 to 0.9 fantasy point per minute guy, so it's not as if he's just a generic role player getting additional run. He should be around league average for usage, doing a little bit of everything. But what you're really doing is taking a bet on minutes. And if Rodions Kurucs plays 30 minutes, if you're getting him around 4K, you should feel pretty good about your outlook for the rest of the slate. Then coming in at number 5, the man that was out yesterday with a tooth, which was a thing that I've never seen before, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Number 4 on FanDuel, number 6 on DK, and number 7 on SuperDraft. Look, I'm giving him 30 minutes. It's the Wizards. He might put up 3 fantasy points per minute at that rate. I don't even know if he's going to play again today. We have to pay attention. I'm stuttering so much because there is so much up in the air with the Bucks against the Wizards. I don't think we've ever had a matchup where there were so little actual NBA players on one team and the best net rating ever on the other. Like, it's just sort of crazy. If we know Giannis is in, it's really hard not to go there. There's not a single person on Washington that can slow him down. I'm not even sure that there's 2. His GPP goal right now is 60. There's no reason he can't put that up in 30 minutes. He averages 1.92 fantasy points per minute for the bubble. So to be slightly better than that would be not really all that difficult. He's a small forward on FanDuel. That helps as well because that position is generally devoid of talent. Make sure he's in. But if he is, I expect him to get his normal run, which is 28 to 30 minutes in a 40-point blowout. Alrighty, coming in number 4, just way too cheap. You gotta grab yourself some Kemba Walker. 5,500 on FanDuel is insane. 6,500 on DraftKings is pretty insane too. 1.5x multiplier on SuperDraft. The Celtics are starting to ramp him up. He's playing bigger minutes. I'm giving him 32. Kemba Walker should be like 7,500 if he's going to play 32 minutes. This is incredible value for Walker. He hasn't been great in the bubble. I think his knee's still giving him some trouble. Memphis has nothing to play for, but I think this is a really nice get-right spot for Kemba. Should be able to do it all. It's not as if Ja Morant is going to be D'ing him up all that much, so get yourself some Kemba. He only needs mid-40s for a GPP goal. He can do that in just points. If you're looking for more value coming out of the Brooklyn Nets game, look no further than Chiozza. 3,700 on FanDuel, 4,400 on DraftKings. Point guard eligibility. Somebody's got to play point guard. I expect it to be Chiozza. 30 minutes. Should be slightly north of 20% usage. It's actually been solid during the bubble, 0.88 FanDuel points per minute. I think he might actually even be a little bit higher with like a raw talent level. This isn't going to be fun or sexy, but it's a minutes play against a cheap salary. Same sort of scenario as Kurucs. No issues playing them together or anything like that. These are the types of guys you want to look for if you need to pay down so that you can pay up for your Luka Doncic's, your Giannis Antetokounmpos, or the guy that shows up in our number 1 spot, which we will get to. But first, we got to hit on number 2, Nikola Vucevic. Number 2 overall on FanDuel, number 3 on DraftKings. He looks great. He would be the number 1 guy on a normal slate, but today's not that day. That $7,900 price tag on FanDuel is really tough to overlook. I've got him projected for 47 fantasy points. His GPP goal, based on where value is on this slate, is 50. He hits that 40% of the time. He's really hard to avoid on FanDuel. Not that 8,600 on DraftKings is a problem. He's still one of the best plays on DK, clearly. But on FanDuel, he should probably be the first guy in, if not for the guy we're about to talk about. 1.23 FanDuel points per minute during the bubble. It doesn't even really matter how Vooch has been playing. If he plays the minutes, which you would expect him to, I'm giving him 34, there's not a real center on the Nets. They don't have Jared Allen. They certainly don't have DeAndre Jordan. Nick Claxton's not available. He's just going to get a date of Kurucs, and I don't think that he is in any position to guard Vooch if Vooch wants to take him into the paint. This is a perfect spot for Vooch. He should clean up on the boards, he should clean up scoring, and he should be in a large majority of your lineups. I can't see not using him. But there is one man greater than all today, and that is a no-brainer for me. Number one on FanDuel, number one on DraftKings, mid-nines price tag. It's got to be Russell Westbrook. No James Harden, no Eric Gordon. If Westbrook is on the floor, he's going to do everything. Right now, I'm projecting him for a 41% usage rate. That's a 32-point game projection. We're talking 32, 9 and 8, maybe even higher than that. It's a pace-up spot. San Antonio's been playing guards at the 4, so it's not as if this is some sort of weird matchup. He should thrive in this spot. He hasn't been all that stellar in the bubble, but I don't think that matters. With James Harden off the floor, Russ can go back to being Oklahoma City Russ, where he does everything. There's going to be plenty of spacing on the floor, something that he didn't normally get in Oklahoma City. I'm really anxious to see how he looks running the team full stop with the full 5-out offense with no James Harden. You got to get Russell Westbrook, number one with a bullet today, barring any weird news. That will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders for Tuesday, August 11th. See, I already forgot it. I've been recording for 16 minutes. Forgot the date. It's ridiculous. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you know when all of our other content goes live. These next couple days are going to be kind of crazy for the NBA, so be sure to check out Awesemo_com or the Awesemo NBA Twitter accounts. Be in our premium Slack if you are a premium sub, just because so much news happens and you want to get that at your fingertips. We don't have a lot of time to waste trying to find out if people are in or out or what the news is going to be. So we're hoping to consolidate that info for you. Thanks for joining me today. I'll be back again tomorrow morning with another Contenders video. Best of luck today. See you later.